Hey guys, and welcome back to Jalen Says. And today we are with someone I met before. It's been a while since I last met him, but we met before. He does a lot of stuff with the community. He's really cool. He's a really smart guy too. And I guess with no further introduction, here's Mr. Orrin, Checkmate, Hudson. So how are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good, good, good. Well, thank you for coming up, and we're gonna have a lot of fun today. So first off, since you're showing your chessboard, be someone. What do you do for the audience that doesn't know? Because I gave a short introduction, but what do you do?
I use chess as a metaphor to teach young people how to wake up winning, how to make every move count. I don't care what happened in the past, but this day forward, make your next move your best move.
Yeah, yes, yes. So, what started you on this road to where you are today?
Well, I'm a product of the product. 40 years ago, a teacher taught me chess, and I'm just paying it forward. He taught me how to think for myself, how to be an independent thinker. And I owe my life to James Edge, who gave me the winning edge by teaching me how to think for myself. And as a result of that, a lot of doors have opened for me, and I've been able to help a lot of people. I've transferred what I know to over 88,000 young people, and I'm teaching them how to think. Six magic words: take time to think things through.
Wow. All right. So, what kind of got you into chess? Were you kind of moved towards it? Was it something you always wanted to do, or?
No, the teacher, James Edge, came up to me and said, "Listen, you're following the wrong crowd. You're following the follower." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm gonna teach you how to think for yourself." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I'm gonna teach you chess." I said, "Well, I'm a checker guru." He said, "Checkers, you're using half of the board." He said, "Checkers is all men." He said, "Chess, the female, is the most powerful piece on the board." I said, "Let's get on with the classes."
Wow. So, in your view, what situation were you in before he came up?
Basically, just being a follower, not thinking for myself. And the turning point and the light bulb came off in my head and I started thinking for myself. I started getting better results. He said, make sure what you do is a product of your decision making, not other people. Don't be a follower, be a leader. And so I'm living my dream because that started the ripple effect where I started thinking for myself, started making better decisions, voted most likely to succeed, started making better
Wow.
grades, and really just started living my dream.
Wow. All right. So, what did you think you were going to be when you grew up before this interaction?
I didn't know. I didn't know. I just knew that I had no idea. I just knew that I was on it. I was going to use my God given talents to make this world a better place and to add value to other people by teaching them how to think strategically about their future, how to choose peace instead of violence, how to pause, ponder, pivot, pray, then proceed. Don't do the first thing that pops in your head. The first thing that pops in your head is usually a trap.
So, how long have you been playing chess?
I've been playing just about 40 years
Wow.
since 19, a little bit, maybe a little bit long, maybe a little bit longer than 40 years.
Wow. That's wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
maybe 45 years.
So you picked up a lot of stuff throughout your career.
Yeah, I picked up a lot, and I try to share. I try to share what I've learned with others so that they can. I just get a kick out of helping other people and adding value. I love sharing information. I love making other people smile and making them say, "Wow, thank you for helping me out." I love that.
Wow. So, throughout your road to where you are today, I also saw that you have some military background with the Army. I mean, with the Air Force.
Yes, I've been in the Air Force. Was an Alabama State Trooper. I had a car business, so I've been on all sides of the ledger. I was a gang member in my teens. Then I became a state Air Force. Then I went into state troopers. Then I became in Hudson Auto Sales, and now I have Be Someone, which is youth development, teaching young people to be someone. I came up with the name Be Someone because Abraham Lincoln, his mother, her last words on the planet of Abraham Lincoln was be someone. And even though Abraham Lincoln had failed many times running for public office, Abraham Lincoln took those 2 words, be someone, all the way to the White House. My assignment in life is empower our young people to be someone. Get your head up, get your pants up, get your grades up. And the big one, never give up.
Wow. So, what inspired you to get into the military? Thank you for your service, also.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I came out of high school and I was going to go to college, but this recruiter talked me into going in the Air Force, and that's what happened. Yeah, he was a good salesman. He sold me the world, but everything he told me was a lie.
Mm.
But it's all good.
Wow. So, how has your experience changed you as a man?
Well, I just, I failed a lot, and failure is your friend. Failure are the bricks you develop. Failure are the bricks you accumulate to build your mansion. So I thank God for my failure, for my shortcomings, for my challenges. But I've been able to overcome and persevere, and with the faith of God, and obey God and leave all the consequences to Him. That's what my pastors say. I learned that from Dr. Charles Stanley. Obey God and leave all the consequences to Him. And it's really what it's all about. You got to really have a lot of faith to keep it moving and know that God is still in charge.
Yes. Wow. So, what keeps you going with your day to day and with your accomplishments and with your help?
What keeps me going is I just love making other people smile and showing them some strategy so that they can wake up winning, so that they can make their next move their best move. I show people how to recognize patterns and trends so that you can get ahead of the trend and position yourself to win. Ooh, I just came out of rap. Get ahead of the trend so you can position yourself to win.
Yeah.
Position yourself to win.
Okay. All right. Wow. I guess you should start becoming a rapper too with all the great mottos you have. One move at a time as well, which
Yeah,
is
I have a rap song. I have a rap song called "Get in the Game," so I do a little rapping.
all right. All right. All right. You gonna become one of your main careers?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. All right. Well, I'll be there. It'll be on my Spotify mix.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yes. So with all your incredible mottos, you also have one move at a time, which book motto, #1 Amazon bestseller. So what's it about?
The book is about one move at a time, how to win at chess and life, and how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? How you win in life, one move at a time. And movement is life, and nothing happens until something moves. You have to make your next move your best move, and I teach people how to navigate through the complexities of life. And I show them where the landmines are. Some moves you make have landmines around them. You got to be able to navigate through the landmines and outthink the competition. No matter what you do, you will have opposition. And you have to know when to hold and know when to fold. And you got to know when you got to move in silence. Here's why. When you move in silence, your enemy can't attack. They have nothing to attack. But a lot of people fail in life because they don't move in silence. I remember I was playing this guy, I'll never forget. And he said something to me on the chessboard that told me what to do to win. And I did it. And I was like, wow, he gave me, he's loose lips sink ships.
So what was he like? He was like, oh, hopefully he doesn't move to B8.
Yeah, hope you don't, or something, whatever he said. I don't remember exactly the scenario, but he gave me the answer that I needed, and boom, boom, boom. It was over. And then I was at the World Open. I'll never forget. I was at the World Open, and I had just came out on this magazine, and it's on the wall over there, Sports Illustrated. And the guy said he saw the article, he saw the magazine. He go, "Oh my God, I can't beat you. I'm gonna lose." And it became a self-fulfilled prophecy because I beat him in like 5 or 6 moves. But he put that in the universe, and I was able to beat him fairly quickly. He saw the article, and oh my God, I can't beat you because you. And lo and behold, that what he was afraid would happen happened.
Yeah. If you get too in your head and afraid about it, you'll not try your best, do your best because
you'll find a way to blow it. When you're not in alignment with winning, you will find a way to blow it.
So with Sports Illustrated, all these incredible people interviewing you on Fox, USA, like, how do you keep a level-minded, a level head?
Well, I'm very humble. I love people, and I tell my students I'm in pre-K. They say, "Coach, what do you mean you in pre-K? You in pre-K 40 years ago. I'm never getting out of pre-K. I'm never going to get out of pre-K because school is now for the pro. And if you always in pre-K, you cannot underestimate your opponent. If you were under here, then that way you always, stay humble, stay in pre-K so that you can always learn and grow. And that way you're never underestimating your opponent.
Okay. Wow. So how does these accomplishments make you feel? Like when it first started to now?
Well, I don't rest on my laurels. I don't rest on what happened in the past. It's on to the next project. And what can I do today to inspire and uplift someone else so that they can be all God created them to be? So I don't rest on what I done yesterday. I'm always focusing on what can I do today to be a better person, and how can I expand and reach and be a blessing to someone else. It's not about me, it's about we. And I'm constantly trying to better my best and help someone else.
Okay. So with helping someone else, how long have you been, well, how long have be someone been a thing? How long has it been since you created it?
May 24th, 2000, 7 people were shot in a robbery for
Wow.
$2,000. And I said to myself, bad things continue to happen when concerned people fail to make boss moves. So on May 24th, 2000, I started Be Someone. So you can say 23 years. 23 years.
Has there been a student that like wowed you as soon as they started playing?
Yeah, there's been a few students that wow me. I was playing a student the other day, and he'd been playing a couple of months, and I was like, I could not believe how good he was. So my future is in good hands because I've seen some students that I've been training that are really doing really well. And I said to myself, wow, I tree fruit don't fall far from the tree. And some students that I've trained, they are really, really good.
So has the student been able to beat you first try?
No, it's gonna be a while for a student beat me. Not on the first time, not on the next time. I failed, so I'm the king of failure. I've lost more chess games than anybody alive, and I brag about it. And because failure is your friend, and failure are the bricks that you develop and accumulate to build your mansion. So you have to fail. Failure is one of the ingredients of cooking is a successful cake. You got to put some failure in there. If you don't have failure, you not if your dreams don't cause you to fail, they not from God. You got to have some setbacks and some every story in the Bible there was a setback. Moses had some setbacks, and yeah, and so you're gonna have some setbacks. And you're gonna, but you got to keep moving forward because you will fail and you will suck at something. You just got to keep moving forward because success is a process, and there are ebb and flows. There's ups and downs, but you have to persevere and you got to push through the bad times.
Wow. Yeah, setback for a major comeback.
Yep. A setback. Willie Jolly, my good friend Willie Jolly, he's a motivational speaker. Him and Les Brown are buddies, and they're like the top two motivational speakers in the world. And he said a setback is a setup for a comeback. So I thank God for Willie Jolly because he was downtown at the Hilton, and he said, "Come on in. I'm getting you in VIP. You come in with me." So I came in with him. I got in VIP. He said, "Give him a name badge. Give him this. He's with me. Boom, boom." And so you need people like that to step in front of you and guide you. And so I'm living my dream because other people have helped me, and that's why I get a kick out of helping other people.
Wow. So how does it feel to meet all these inspirational people like Les Brown, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey? How's it?
Yeah, I met Steve, met Les Brown, Tyler Perry, all those guys. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Les Brown called me the other day, but it's like when you work on your gift and you develop your gift, you will someday stand before kings and you will be around a lot of great people because it's all about adding value and being amazing. You can't you have to you get what you attract, and you attract quality people by being attractive. So to attract quality people, you must be attractive. You must be amazing because excellence doesn't work. Excellence is garbage. We teach people to be amazing. And when you're amazing, you eliminate the competition. When you're amazing, you have no competition.
Okay.
LeBron James is amazing. I saw him pass the ball between two guys' legs and his teammate dunked the ball. I was like, man, he's wrong for that. He is wrong.
Yeah, it's like when you're amazing, you're someone people could look up to and inspire to be. So, also with that, who inspires you the most?
Well, I'm inspired by Jesus. Jesus set the tone. He, turned water into wine. He fed several people when they needed food. So I'm inspired by Jesus' perseverance and cool, calm, collectness, and you know, obey God and leave all the consequences to Him.
So, what do you want to be known as?
I want to be known as a servant, someone who was there for others and loves sharing and teaching other people what I know. I get a kick out of helping people. I just I love just making a difference and adding value. I was a state trooper for 7 years, and I had the blue light, the badge, the bulletproof vest. But everybody I stopped, I treated them like the most important person in the world. Here's why: what you sincerely desire for others will happen for you. Let me say that again. What you sincerely desire for others will happen for you. Treat people like it's you, and you'll never make a mistake again in your life because that person is you.
We all start from somewhere. We all gotta get up to the top. Yeah. So, what has been your roughest moment where you had to get back to the place that you were before, or just get back to your feet?
Well, my roughest moments was doing a divorce that I got a divorce, and that was a rough moment in my life. And while it was very difficult a moment and had a setback, but I was able to bounce back. So you got to be able to bounce back from your setbacks. I just came up with a new word: bounce back from your bounce back from your setbacks. A bounce back from your setbacks.
All right. Wow. So, what do you how because you teach kids with Be Someone do chess on how to think before you move, but how do you teach them about bouncing back from their setbacks and all this stuff through chess? Because
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. Because failure, when they play me, they're gonna fail. Okay, but they got to bounce back. They got to set the pieces, but reset, reset. Because when they play me, they're gonna lose. Okay, and I tell them the reason I beat you is that I failed a lot. I'm the king of failure. And failure is important, and failure is an ingredient that you have to learn. You have to learn how to fail. Children, sometimes parents don't teach them this, that you have to embrace failure. You have to dance with failure. I know this lady, she's a millionaire, and she said her daddy taught her to fail. He said, "Did you fail today?" She said, "No." He said, "You got to fail."
you
And
gotta learn.
yeah, and she runs a company called Spanx. But her daddy was asking, "What did you fail at today?" Yeah, failure is an important ingredient, and parents need to know they got to teach their children that if you're not failing, then you're not trying hard enough. You playing it safe. You staying on first base. You gonna fail, and embrace failure. Failure is good. Failure is the best school in the world. It teaches you so much. It gives you on top of your game, and you got to know that everybody in your camp is not in your corner.
Have you had situations where you realize that everyone in your camp isn't in your corner?
Yeah. This college professor said, "Listen, I need these books, and I'm gonna mail you a check when I get to my office." I gave him the books. He never mailed the check. You know, people will lie. People will get over them. People will mistreat you. I've probably, you know, I say people owe me a lot of money that they didn't follow through. They promised and they didn't deliver. But they don't understand, when you mistreating people, you ain't really mistreating me. You mistreating yourself. So people have made commitments to me and they haven't delivered on them, but God is good.
You're still where you are today.
Yeah, because here's a teachable moment. Say ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
Um, you have to put your trust in God. In God we trust. All others must be polygraphed, vetted, and placed under surveillance. God, man and woman does not have the power or the bandwidth to deliver. You have to put your trust in God, because man or woman don't have the bandwidth or the capacity to deliver on, on adding, you can't put your trust in man and women. They'll let you down every time. The only somebody you can count on is God. And God we trust. All others must be polygraphed, vetted, and placed under surveillance.
So, have you felt at times when you're a child, or I guess sometimes even now, when you feel like there's some moments where trusting yourself was the worst decision or not the best decision?
What do you mean by trusting yourself? I mean, I tell people sometimes you have to respectfully listen to the best advice in the world, and then through that small voice whisper from God, do what God say do, which may be the total opposite. Because sometimes what's possible to you is only visible to God and you, and no one else can see it. So you got to trust yourself, but you got to put trust in God. But at the same time, you got to lean on His understanding and His wisdom, because your information may be flawed, and so you got to keep God in the equation.
So, what time through your life did you realize, or did you always realize, that I always have to go through God before I do this?
Um, well, I learned that from Charles Stanley 20 some years ago, and he said, "Obey God and leave all the consequences to Him." And that's really what it's all about. You have to obey God, and you have to you have to trust and obey. Trust and obey, trust and obey.
Okay. Okay. So, do you use the Bible a lot when you teach through chess?
No, I don't use the Bible at all, because people want to see a sermon versus hear a sermon. So I move with love. Like I did an event the other day: free food, free parking, free training. I'm moving with love. I'm showing people how to move with love. I ain't trying to make no money. I ain't trying to do none of that. I'm just trying to add value. And you got to have money, but you got to add value first. And the key to winning in life is just go out of your way, serving people, serve people, give first, and then you will get your reward down the road. Things take time to manifest. So what that means is, it's going to take a minute for you to get what you want, but you got to put in the work. Don't bitch and complain about what you don't have when you hadn't put in the work. You got to put in the work, and you got to put in the work first.
Right. So, what things are you still working on that you're trying to accomplish with either be someone or with yourself?
I'm always reading and learning and trying to improve. I have a couple events coming up that I'm working on, trying to come up with some ideas and share with the audience so that they can wake up winning. So I'm always reading, learning, studying, seeing what I can do to become a better person, so that I can transfer what I know to others so I can transfer what I know to others one move at a time.
Yes, yes. Speaking of one move at a time, do you have plans of writing another book?
Yes, I do. I'm working on it as we speak. Working on
Nice.
another book.
Why? Is it going to be another motto as a title?
It's gonna be hold up and wait before you make a mistake.
I see. I see why you released that rap song. I see.
Hold up and wait before you make a mistake. Before you make a mistake. Because you got to pause, ponder, pivot, pray, then proceed, and then you can prosper. Haste make waste, and you just jump out there and you can make a move you can't recover from. So the answer is check, double check, triple check. Let me give you an example. One of my employees called me today. She said, Orrin, they don't have what you want. I said, I want you to go to the back of the counter and ask the lady for what we want. And she got it. But the first thing, it wasn't there. No. I went. I said, I need to get this. They don't have it. Go to the back and ask the guy, and he'll give you one. Boom. Yeah, because your first crack at anything is never your best. Your first crack at anything is never your best. Your first crack could be a whack, and you can't take it back. So think before you act.
So I'm gonna get back to one check, two check, three check. But what you talked about before with events and things that you're doing with the community, I hear you have two upcoming events. One 3 days from now, one 6 days from now. The Good Deeds Day on the 16th and Brains Before Bullets on the 19th.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what are those two events about?
Well, the 16th is an International Good Deeds Day, and I'm partnered with Southeast Correctioner. Southeast Correctioner, the manager there is Matt. Matt, he's a good guy. Thank God for Matt. And I'm partnering with the Gwinnett County Police, Sergeant Backley, and I'm just partnering with the Gwinnett County Police and the Corrections Office because at the end of the day, we need the police. Police is your friend, and we got to bring the community and the police officers and together because we all are one. You know, we all are one, and I'm not gonna. I had this lawyer call me the other day. He said, "Wow," he said, "I sent my Mexican friend to everybody, but you were the only one that was nice to him." I said, "Your Mexican friend is me." I have, I wrote Barack Obama an open letter, and I said, Barack Obama, I'm not my brother's keeper. I am my brother. I am my brother. I'm not his keeper. I am him. Period. Point blank. Because when it's you, you treat it better. So we have to walk in love. We have to move in love. And we have to remember what we sincerely desire for others will happen for you.
Wow. So is that always your main goal, trying to, I guess, lead the kids in the same way that you're going? Not if it's like the same career, but in the same path to greatness.
Yeah, just greatness. Just teaching my children to share and just wowing people. You got to wow people. Wow people means you got to do something to make them cry or make them cry tears of joy and go, wow, this guy did that. That's amazing. Like I did an event at the hotel the other day in Lithonia at the Holiday Inn Express, and we fed all the employees, everybody there. Wow, you got to wow people. You got everybody. So yeah, just fed everybody because at the end of the day, we all are one.
Yeah.
They'll never forget that. The guy came in, he fed everybody. The staff, the janitor, everybody. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You have to go out of your way to add extraordinary value. Being excellent doesn't work. You got to be amazing.
Yeah. Okay. So also you have another one on the 19th, Brains Before Bullets.
Yeah, Brains Before Bullets is I'm gonna have a life-size chessboard there,
Wow.
and it's an event I love for people to come out and check it out on the 19th. It's Wednesday from 11:30, and we just basically gonna just share with people how to put brains before bullets, how to think it out, don't shoot it out, how to push pawns instead of drugs, how to make your next move your best move. When things happen bad to you, keep moving. When this happened, keep moving. When that happened, keep moving. When this happened, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. I don't care what happened to you. Keep moving. Why? Movement is life, and nothing happens until something moves.
So, talking about movement, what is your favorite piece to start off with?
My favorite piece, I got this from Les Brown. Les Brown is one of the top motivational speakers in the world. He said his favorite piece is a pawn, because if a pawn makes it to the other side, pawn can become anything: a queen, a bishop, a knight, and a rook. So if you pick the pawn, you got all the whole arsenal. You have the queen, the bishop, the knight, and the rook. So the pawn is in essence the soul of chess. Pawns are good, because I was playing this guy the other day and I beat him. And I said to myself and to him, I said, wow, if it wasn't for these pawns, my whole arsenal would collapse. So the pawns were the glue that held me together.
Wow. Okay, so what's your favorite space to move first?
What's my favorite what?
Space to move first. What's your favorite, I guess, setup starting?
Well, I always move a pawn in front of the king, because I want my bishop to come out and my queen, so I can do a battery and checkmate someone, which called the scholar's mate. So I always move my pawn in front of the king. That's my setup, and bring my bishop and my queen out, and I do my thing, checkmate. I'm the only chess player in the world that checkmated someone on national TV in 2 moves. And you can Google me and you can see me on national TV checkmate someone in on 2 moves. Owe
Yeah.
my life to a white teacher in an all black high school who taught me how to play chess. And as a result, I'm on national TV checkmating someone in 2 moves.
What
God is
did
good.
what did the opponent players look like after that happened?
Oh my. He said, man, I won all my games doing these same things. He said, how were you able to beat me? I said, because when you played your other people, the opportunity is all around you, but opportunity does not. It's stand by silent, waiting on you to take advantage of it. And so his other people that he played with those same moves, they didn't see the opportunity, because they're trained never bring your queen out early. That's not true. If the game is over, you do. But as a rule, 99 times out of 100, you don't bring your queen out early. But in this case, I did, because the game was over. So you have to know when to hold and know when to fold. You got to know when to bend the rules. You got to know when to run the red light. If I'm signaling you through, if I'm a state trooper, which I was, if I'm signaling you through the red light, come through. I just told you, come through the red light. I'm breaking the rules here. Come through the red light. I'm telling you to come through. So yeah. So that's a situation when you got to go through the red light.
Wow. So how many games have you won in 2 moves?
Oh, that's a good question. Probably in 2 moves, probably about 100. About 100 games in 2 moves.
Wow. That's not
I
a
mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. I don't. I don't win in 2 moves very often.
yes.
But I've won probably 100. But I probably lost more games than anyone alive. Okay. But I've also won more games than anybody alive.
The more you play, the more you could lose, the more you could win.
Right. So I've won more games than anybody alive, and I've also lost more games than anybody alive.
So
I
how many?
brag about losing games.
So how many games do you play per, I guess, week?
Well, that's a good question, because I don't know, but I played a few games and I've lost a lot of games. I don't really look at it that way. I'm teaching a lot and I'm always playing kids. So I played I done played probably 88,000 kids, and I won those games 88,000. So I know I won about 88,000 games. And then I play, other time I play adults too, and I've won some of those, and I've lost a few along the way. But yeah.
Wow. So how do you manage being able to like help 88,000 kids?
Well, you got to remember now that 88,000 kids is over a period of 23 years.
Yeah.
And I went to Kentucky and trained about 6,000 people. Went to Philadelphia, trained about 6,000 kids. So that's 12,000 there. Went to New York, trained kids for Steve Harvey. Went to 5 cities for Disney, trained kids for them. So trained kids all over the world, trained senior citizens. So I trained a lot of people, and I get a kick out of teaching people how to play chess and how to make their next move their best move. It's really less about chess. It's more about recognizing patterns and trends. When you know the trend, you can win.
Yes. Wow. So with helping all these people, you gain yourself a lot of awards. Like one of them is on the top of Be Someone is also Distinguished Community Leader Award, which is pretty cool. So how do you get something like that?
Well, just put in the work. Don't complain about the results unless you put in the work. I don't do the stuff for rewards. I do the stuff for impact. And I want to make sure that I'm doing everything in my God-given power to make the world a better place. Because people don't really get it, man, because you can tell a person something. I can tell a person, hey, look, if you do this, you win. And they won't do it. They won't do it. They do they won't do it. They don't see it. Like I was telling this guy, I said, listen, I said, if you do this, you will win. He go, ain't no way. It ain't gonna work. I said, okay. And he did the opposite. He lost, and he like, oh man, every time. My daughter, it happened to my daughter. I said, baby, you can get my car for X amount of dollars. Oh, Daddy, it's not worth that. I said, I'm trying to tell you, it's worth way more than that. Oh, no way, Dad. I said, okay, I'm going to take it to this place, and I'm going to show you so you can see the mistake you made. So I got $8,000 more than she could have got it for. But she didn't get it. Some people don't. You're going to tell somebody something, they're not going to get it. They're going to learn the hard way. So when she saw it, I said, yeah, you don't get it. I gave you the answer, and you don't get it. You don't want to get it.
Wow.
And that's going to happen. People are going to tell you something, and it's the answer. But here's why. What looks like a bad move is a good move. What looks like a good move is a bad move.
Oh. That kind of hit me there.
Huh?
That kind of hit me there.
Why you say that?
Because sometimes with day-to-day life, sometimes when you do something, you're like, this is it. This is what could be, I guess, better. This is what better for the time period or better for, guess what's happening. But it's not always the right choice. It's not always something you should be doing or something.
Okay. A friend of mine the other day, it happened to her. She said, JCPenney got these drones on sale. They're regular $88. They on sale for $12. And she called the store. They wouldn't answer. So she went up there, and it was hid, but she found it and paid $12 for a drone that was regular $88. But she had to move. Movement is life. And sometimes you just got to show up. Let me give you an example. I went to this event, and it was like $5,000 to set your chessboard up. It was an event where Gary Vee was there and a lot of celebrities. And if I wanted to set my life-size chessboard there was $5,000. I said, I'm not going to pay no $5,000 to set my chessboard. I'm going to take my chessboard there and ask for mercy. So I asked 10 people, can I set it up? They said no. I said, okay. And then I sat down for dinner, and next to me was the head guy. And I asked him, he said, yeah. And I got my chessboard set up.
Wow.
The other 10 knuckleheads said no, but the head guy sat next to me, and I asked him, and he could, boom. Never give up. Yes, I took a risk. Faith is when you fly your life-size chessboard to Las Vegas for an event and knowing that you're going to find a way to get it set up.
Wow.
And 10 people told me no. But I kept my cool. I
And you
sat
found
down.
that yes.
I sat down, ate lunch, and the owner of the event sat down next to me, and it was a wrap.
10 people may say no, close that door, but it just takes one person.
I learned that from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry told me 1,000,000 people told him no, but God told him yes. That's why I tell you, you have to respectfully listen to the best advice in the world and then do the exact opposite.
Why is that?
Because what's possible for you is invisible to the world, and only God and you can see it. And people, man and woman, will lead you, man and woman will mess you up. I learned this from Walt Disney. Walt Disney would have a board meeting, and when all 16 people would say no way, that's the one. That's it. That's the answer. When 16 people say no way, that's the one. Go do that. That's it.
Did you hear about Stan Lee's story?
16 people say no, that's the one.
Yeah. Did you hear about Stan Lee's story with Spider-Man? How everyone he talked to about it said like, nah, his editor, no. But when he released it, look where it is now.
Wow. Well, it reminds me of my friend Jack Canfield. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. They sold over 500 million books. But 133 publishers told him to get lost. It'll never work. Man, you can't listen to people. People will have you jacked up. I did an event in Rockdale County in Horseshoe Park, the hotel. And everybody told me, man, don't do it. Nobody will never show up. I did it. We had standing room only. You got to follow your heart.
Wow. So, to get before, because I'm about to do some other type of questions about personal life and stuff like that, I want to get through my last couple of questions. You've been through a lot of championships, a lot of things, as you said before, national TV, beat someone in 2 moves. And what is it like traveling worldwide to all these chess competitions? I heard in 2021 you went to Dubai.
Yeah, I did. I went to Dubai. Flying to Dubai is like an 18-hour flight. Not direct flight, but it's like maybe 9 hours and then another 9 hours. Okay. But it was great. And you meet people and, you get people have different, when you travel the world, you learn different things. You pick up good things, met a real cool pilot on the way. The pilot found out who I was on the plane and had me come up in the cockpit and wrote me a check. So favor ain't fair, but it's just because God is a just God. So you get to meet people, network, and met the president of Delta. So God is good.
Wow. That's incredible. So how many chess competitions have you been in?
Not many. I really don't play chess like that. I don't have a title. I don't believe in titles. I believe in testimonies. Pharaoh had a title, but Moses had a testimony. And so I believe in testimonies. So I played in probably about maybe 30 tournaments. About maybe 30.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's not a lot of tournaments. I've won a lot of tournaments. I won a lot of tournaments, so I've done okay. But it's really not about that. It's my mission in life is to help others, and it's not about me. I threw away all my trophies the other day. I got one left up on the wall, but I threw away all my trophies because what have you done for me lately is what it's really all about.
Wow. So besides playing in chess competitions, do you watch them from time to time?
Yeah, I'm watching the World Championship right now as we speak, and the score is tied. It's two games. 2 games. and they gone in the fifth game. They got a rest day tomorrow, but they play Saturday. So tomorrow will be Friday, be a rest day. So I'm following the World Championship right now against Dean and Nepo. Dean is a Chinese top Chinese player, and Nepo is a top Russian player. So the Chinese and the Russians are playing for it. Now, the American had a chance to be in the world championship, but he barely lost. It was down to the final three, and he got knocked out. So he could have my buddy Nakamura. He could have been playing for the world championship.
Wow.
And that's my buddy. Yeah, I love him a lot. He's a good guy. I was hoping he'd get it, but he didn't get it.
So, on to some other type of questions. How did you get your name?
Orrin.
Checkmate.
My name is Orrin, and the Checkmate or the Orrin? Which one?
Well, both actually. It seems like you have the story.
Yeah, my name is Orrin Checkmate Hudson, and I got Checkmate from Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda said, "I'm calling you Checkmate." Jane Fonda, I'll take that. So Jane Fonda is a movie star, and her husband used to be Ted Turner, owner of CNN. So I thank God for Jane Fonda. I am in Atlanta because of Jane Fonda. So Jane Fonda gave me my start, and I thank God for her. My first name, Orrin, I got that from my mom. My mom got it from a soap opera, she said, on TV. And so that's what she told me. And
wow.
So I have a unusual name, Orrin, Orrin.
I mean it rolls off the tongue though. Yes. So besides playing chess and helping the children, what do you do to relax?
I love to learn, listening to other people. I'm a seminar junkie. I love to learn. I mean, I'll take a class on this. I'll take a class on that. I'm always trying to learn. And a lot of stuff I'm learning had nothing to do with chess. But as a result, though, it is chess. I'll go to a communication class and I'll be like, that's just like chess. Or I'll go to this class and go, wow, that's just like this. That's why I wrote the book. How to play and win at chess and life. Because life is chess. And life is about managing resources. And the opposite of wealth is not poor. The opposite of wealth is mismanagement of resources. Poor is just a reflection of how you manage your resources. You have everything you need to be someone. You have your mind, you have your ability, you have your talents, and you have time.
So, do you know any other languages?
No, I don't know any languages, although I do. I have an employee that speaks Spanish, and so I'm kind of picking that up a little bit. And so what I may do though is get her to help me a little bit more with Spanish, because she's one of my employees, and you got to have a Spanish speaking person on board, because I get Spanish people calling me and I want to be able to deliver.
Wow. Okay. Do you have any plans of speaking any other languages?
Maybe French.
Oh. Okay. All right. Ms. Carlinson asked, do you have kids? And we know you have one daughter. So how many children do you have?
I have 7 children, and I'm living my dream. God said, be fruitful and multiply. So I'm being obedient.
So do all your kids know chess? Like,
all my kids know chess, because my daughter came to me telling me, Mama said I don't have to learn chess. And I said, overruled. I overruled her. Mama said I don't have to learn. She went to mama on me. Now, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Wow.
She went to mama on me, trying to get, she filed an appeal and went to mama. And I vetoed it.
Wow. And one of our audience members can you teach chess? But you teach a lot of chess, and where can people find
I teach chess online. I teach chess in person, and that's what I do. I teach at ages 4 to 104. So anybody in the bracket of 4 to 104, I can teach them how to play chess. Wow. So my oldest customer right now is 99 years old. His name is Bert Dubin. He lives in Arizona.
Wow. Wow. I was just about to ask that. Wow. So, how's your interaction been with him?
Oh, it's wonderful. Bert is he's my guardian angel because even though I teach him chess, he teaches me other stuff, and we are a good team.
Yes. Yes. Wow. So, how good is he?
He's good. He's winding down a little bit, but he's good. You know, he can hold his own because I've been teaching him, and he's picking it up.
Yeah.
He's picking up what I'm putting down.
Yeah. Yeah. So, also, with what skills would you like to learn more of?
Like I said, we want to do the languages, the Spanish and the French,
Yeah.
and I just want to be a better communicator, a better person. Always trying to better my best. And I tell my students I'm still learning chess. I ain't got it down yet. I'm still picking up here, picking up there, and I played a guy the other day, and I sacrificed my queen. In chess, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. And so I gave my queen away for a knight. And 10 moves later, I won the game. And I was like, wow, I made a good move there. So it was a sacrifice, but I saw the opportunity and took advantage of it. And so that's what I want to do. I want to better my best in all skill level.
Yes. All right. Wow. So, do you cook?
Yeah. I tell people all the time, I don't have a title. I'm a cook. The guy said, well, what type of title do you have? I said, I'm a cook. And I'm going to cook you alive. And I was able to beat him in chess. Because I don't have a chess title. I really don't. There's a grandmaster in town. His name is Maurice Ashley. He's going to be doing something with the HBCUs at Morehouse. And he has a title. He's a grandmaster. He's the first black African American grandmaster. I don't have a title, but I can hold my own, and God is good.
Yeah. Yeah. He gonna cook you up. Wow.
I'm a cook.
Uh, wow. So a lot of our audience members are asking about wanting to learn to play chess, but how can they reach and contact you about?
Yeah, my website is besomeone.org. My name is Orrin Hudson, besomeone.org. And my phone number is 770-465-6445. 770-465-6445. And I'm here to help everybody I can. And like I say, I'll do private lessons. I do ages 4 to 104, and I will give you everything I got. I want you to win. And when you win, I win. I can't win until you win. That's why my name is Checkmate. It's Checkmate means you win, and it's not over until you win.
All right. Wow. Wow. So as our time is nearing an end, I want to ask some, I guess, off-base questions. So, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color is I don't know because like if I'm buying a car, I'm gonna buy pearl white. If I'm buying a suit, I may buy navy blue. But the other day I bought another kind of blue. So it just depends. I mean, I don't really have a color. But now, let's say I have on an outfit. I wear black sometimes. I like to wear black. So I really don't have no color. But if I'm buying a car, I want pearl white. If I'm if I'm buying a suit, I probably get black or blue. And so yeah, black or blue.
All right.
But hey, it depends.
What time of day and what is it? I guess. So, what's your day-to-day life like? Get up.
I get up, I pray, ask God for three things: lead, guide, and direct my moves. Lead, guide, and direct my moves because movement is life and nothing happens until something moves. And if you got God in your ear and you moving on his command, I had to walk away from some money the other day. I said no because I didn't want to, sometimes all money ain't good money. And sometimes you got to say no. It sounds crazy, but sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes if it don't give you the right, you got to It can't be about money. I told my son the other day, I said, don't make money your goal. If you make money your goal, you will fail every time because your North Star is not correct. Your North Star has to be about value, has to be about impact. It can't be about money over here. It's got to be about your North Star has to be value, impact, and legacy. Legacy. So for someone come to me, like I was out to eat the other day, and this guy came up to me. He said, "I'm buying you're paying for your meal." I said, "Why?" Uh, he said, "A few years ago, I was homeless, and you were the only someone that would help me, so I'm paying for your meal." I said, "Wow." I mean, what you put out will come back.
It's always good to be a helping hand, right?
Right.
So, how long do you want to be in this?
To the end. I'm never gonna retire. If I'm 99 years old, I'm still gonna be doing what I'm doing.
Okay. All right. So, do you remember the first students you taught?
Yeah, I remember.
All right. Have they taken a chess route, or are you just?
I mean, I've seen some of them. I've seen a few of my kids that I've helped down. And one of my kids, when I first started, I had an event here in Atlanta, and he's in Alabama, by the way. He drove all the way over here to my event. Yeah, I've got a lot of tier stories of people who I've helped. They are doing well now. Some of my students make more than I do. They're using the principles that I've taught them, and they rocking it.
Yeah. Wow. One of our audience members asked, "Do you play checkers as well?"
I don't play checkers at all. I hadn't played checkers in 40 years. I used to be a checker guru, and I told my teacher I'm a checker guru. And he go, no, I'm gonna teach you chess. He said, checkers is all men. He said, chess you using every single square on this board. He said, checkers you using half of the board. He said, you half stepping when you playing checkers. He said, I want you to play full out. Let's play chess. He said, checkers is all men. He said, chess, the female is the most powerful piece on the board. I said, let's get on with the classes. Not only did he play the female card, but he played the female card from the bottom of the deck. And I was hooked.
So, do you have any kids that walk, or well, not, I guess not walk in, but join in or walk in that remind you exactly of yourself?
All the time. I was in Stevenson Middle School the other day, and this kid got in trouble, and I went over there to rescue him because I know what it's like to be in your. I've been in your shoes, young man, and I've been there, done that, and I was just like you. And if you make these moves, you will win, guaranteed. Movement is life, and nothing happens until you make a move. And movement and all moves are valid. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you come from. If you make good moves, you will get good results. Life doesn't care who you are if you make the good move. If you obey God, it didn't matter who. God is no respecter of a person. If you obey God, if you trust and obey, it didn't matter who you are. You will win the game.
Yeah.
Nature is neutral.
All right. Wow.
God plays no favorites.
Okay. Wow. So, before we get off, because our time is nearing an end, I want you to please remind the audience of the new events coming up for Good Deeds Day on the 16th and Brains Before Bullets on the 19th.
Well, Good Deeds Day is doing something with Gwinnett County Police and Southeast Correctional Office. We having a life-size chessboard there. We're gonna be teaching people how to play chess and how to make good decisions, how to make good moves, how to speak good, how to move good, and how to do good. And so it's April 16th. It's on the website, besomeone.org. And on the 19th, we having a luncheon. It's at 11:30. Now, the Sunday event on the 16th is at 3 p.m. to 5. But on April the 19th, it's from 11:30 to about 1. and it's a luncheon. And so it's the luncheon is $20, and the other event is totally free.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, thank you for coming on. And also, can you tell the audience where they could follow you, where they could hear more about Be Someone?
Yeah, you can go to besomeone.org, or you can send me an email, Orrin at besomeone.org, ORRIN at besomeone.org, or you can call us 770-465-6445. My name is Orrin C. Hudson. The C's for Checkmate. Checkmate means you win. It's not over until you win. Besomeone.org.
Yes. Well, thank you for coming on. And can you send the link while I do my outro?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. And thank you to the audience out there in the audience. Make sure you check him out. And hey, if you follow your life, and well, also he teaches a lot of stuff. So besomeone.org, check him out. But as he said before, follow your life, do the right decisions, think before you move, check once, check twice, check 3 times, and I guess always just follow what God tells you. So thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, and make sure you like the video if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you can get notified of all my interviews and other things like that. But really, thank you, and guys, stay tuned. Peace.